Well, a fine good afternoon all. This is Patricia and I am traveling for history. I am in Randolph, Vermont today, and I can hardly wait to show you what's in front of me. In fact, let me go ahead and show you now. Oh, a covered bridge. This is the Gifford Covered Bridge, also known as the C.K. Smith Covered Bridge. It's a wooden covered bridge that crosses the second branch of the White River on Hyde Road, capital H-Y-D-E. The Kingsbury Covered Bridge, which I actually just filmed, is also known as the Hyde Covered Bridge. I'm guessing Hyde was a big deal here. So this was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1974 and is one of two bridges in the state that was uncovered when first built. Its trusses boxed for shelter. You'll see what I mean when we walk inside. The Gifford Covered Bridge is located in a rural setting on the far east side of Randolph, and let me show you where we are. I mean, it's just greenery as far as you can see. Although a car did drive over this, and there's the White River down there. And the road, by the way, that is State Route 14, which runs north and south. This is a single-span king post truss structure, which is 51.5 feet or 16 meters long, with a roadway width of 14.5 feet or 4.5 meters wide. So it's a one-lane covered bridge. We can see that. And a total width of 17 feet or just over 5 meters. It's set on concrete abutments and is covered by an independent post and beam structure. The portal ends of the structure extend beyond the trusses and is covered by a metal roof with vertical board siding. The bridge's construction date and builder are not known. Wow, that's 3 for 3 covered bridges I filmed today, and the builder is not known. I hate when people are lost to history. I hate when anything is lost to history, to be honest. It's one of only 2 covered bridges in Vermont, the other being the nearby Brayley Covered Bridge. Yeah, I got you covered. I have that one. In which the king post truss reaches only half the height of the bridge. The reason for this is that the bridge was most likely built uncovered, its trusses covered by planking to protect them from the elements. It was later covered, circa 1904, by the existing post and beam structure. In around 1955, above the roadway, which are in turn tied to I-beams, let me go back a little bit. So around 1955, the bridge deck was reinforced with steel I-beams above the roadway, which are in turn tied to I-beams below, which is a relatively unusual way of strengthening a covered bridge. In 2001, extensive repairs were made to the bridge, including raising it up from the river to help prevent floodwaters from reaching the deck. Despite the repairs, a relatively low weight limit of 3 tons remains on the bridge. There is evidence that the weight limit is forcing heavy vehicles to ford the shallow river next to the bridge, and we can see why that is. We can see that there are vehicles driving down there. We can see, I can see with my naked eye. Can I show that to you? See down, oops, sorry, getting my cane. Looks like the edge of tires right there in the mud, because it is pretty shallow down there. It looks pretty shallow. So we can see that the bridge is not in great shape at the top there. All right, so let's take a walk through the covered bridge. It's kind of weird. I was just filming at the Kingsbury Covered Bridge, which is maybe 2 miles from here. And a Buick went through the covered bridge, and as sure as the devil, I no sooner parked here than the same car drove through this one. So maybe they're just following the same Google Maps thing as I am, but kind of weird. All right, we see the legal load limit is 24,000 pounds, and the emergency vehicle weight limit, single axle and tandem, are a ton each, and gross is 12 tons. We can see the boxing right here and there. Dirty, filthy things. Okay, so the King Post Truss only comes up halfway. And ta-da! That is our King Post Truss. Because normally it's up here. That cross beam right there is a tie beam, and there would be a post in between. The top would be connected to the apex of the triangle there. But here, it's right here. I made that mistake completely when I filmed the Braille Covered Bridge. So we can see a piece of the flooring has come up a bit. Yeah, I can step on it and it goes down a bit. But look at these massive beams. Ooh, the car is gonna... Anyway, neat, isn't it? I just love... It's like coming back home to the covered bridge. I've been filming since maybe 2023. And we see the White River right here. Pretty tranquil. And those boards, they're on this side too. Lovely flowers. My guess is these are weeds. But they're beautiful nonetheless. And there goes that Buick. And then over here, it's clearly hidden rocks over here. So that's pretty cool. And you can see where those trucks are going across. See, over there, fording this and driving up. Interesting. All right. I don't see a date on this side, but I do see an attempt to paint over something. No graffiti in this one. The one at Kingsbury, that one was very graffitied on both ends. But this one is not, so that's a plus. Happy about that. Let's take another walk through. You can see where looks like someone ran into this. And you see some, this looks like that sounds like a metal plate down there. It's good to protect the trusses. You don't want anything happening to them because you don't want the bridge to have a problem. And you see from this side how that's the sun is shining through. And this is what I mean by multiple King Post trusses. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. I'm guessing there's 7 on the other side as well. And there are those things up there. See those metal string? Those there? I think that's to hold the vertical sides in. The walls. So used to saying vertical sides. Yeah. And there's another shot of the White River. Alrighty, well this is Patricia and I'm traveling for history. Thank you so much for coming along with me as I told you about the Kingsbury, the Gifford Covered Bridge in Randolph, Vermont. And until I see you again, thanks so much for watching. I shall see you soon. Bye now.